I can tell you all sorts of things that she's done. And he said, don't do that, Bill. He said, for a start, don't tell jokes because you can't tell jokes. He said, leave that to the best man. He said, the secret is to be short. Get it over and done with, bugger off and have a lot to drink. So that's what I've got in mind, except I've been hearing about the timing guessing. Now I've gone slightly long, so as I'm the first one, you know, I'm going to see when we go. So here we are. We're talking about Lucy, and I can't say anything rude about her, which is a shame, because it means I can't tell you. What can't I tell you? I can't tell you about the time she got run over in Leeds and what she was wearing. I can't tell you what her love life was like. Well, actually, probably not a good thing. I can't tell you what her love life was like until she actually learned that it's not a good idea to try and drink all your boyfriends under the table, which she was spectacularly good at.
And brothers.
And brothers especially. And I can't tell you about the time she slept her way around South Island, New Zealand. What I should have said is when she and Mad Vicky, stand up, where's Mad Vicky? So, as we know Vicky, we love her dearly, and she's known as Mad Vicky in our family. When the two of them actually slept in a white van all the way around. So, I can't tell you about any of that. Instead, I'm going to tell you how much I love my daughter, and I'm going to tell you things about her that are very good. And I do love my daughter very much. I'm sad to see her going away, but glad in another. But actually, before I start, in the interest of full disclosure, there is some bad news. Okay? Lucy thinks she can sing. But in fact she can't. Lucy has terrific volume. She has a fair grasp of some of the words. And she has a good selection of notes. But the problem is, it's a bit like Eric Morecambe. I don't know how many of you have ever seen that wonderful sketch, but she's a bit like Eric Morecambe was. She sings all the notes, but not necessarily in the right order. So I've got that out of the way, Jim. That's, you know, that's the bad news. But the good news, now let's have some good news about Lucy. No, there's so much of it, I'm just trying to... Lucy is a very intelligent girl. And she's clever and she's bright. And those three things don't often go together in an individual. You can have clever people, but they're not necessarily bright, or they're not necessarily clever. Lucy is all of those. She's very, very clever, very intelligent, and she's quite a dynamo. She really is. Lucy also is the sort of person who can light up the room when she comes into it, make everybody happy and cheerful. I hope you've all experienced it. But she's one of those special people who can light up a place, and that's a real gift. Lucy is also very brave and very intrepid, and in her life she's done some marvellous things that most of us would stop and think, well, hang on a minute. But Lucy's not like that. She's Lucy Lionheart. She's just gets up and she's off. She goes to France to work. She says, I'm fed up in London, I'll go down to St Ives, I'll do this, I'll be a teacher. You know, she just gets off her bottom and she does it. She's a real go-getter, my Lucy. A special girl. And Jim. I tell you what, she's good with money. She is. Not only that, Jim, but she's a damn good cook too. You've got yourself a good bargain here. So my Lucy, she's beautiful, isn't she beautiful?
Woo! Oh, she's gone.
And she's beautiful not only on the outside but in the inside. Yes. So that's the nice things about Lucy. Yeah, I'll make it myself. Now, my same wise old friend who said, keep it short, no more than 10 minutes and then back off, also said, don't forget, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son. Now, I've actually got 2 sons, and they're not they're all right, I'm quite happy, but actually, it's not a bad idea to have another one if they come along in the package. And I've got Jim. And actually, that's not such a bad thing. When I first met you, I was a bit wary. You know, us dads here, and those who are going to be dads, and those who are dads of small girls, you all come to learn that when your daughter turns up with a young man, you eye him up and down and you think, now, what have you brought home now? And Lucy brought home Jim, and I thought, okay. And he seemed polite and nice. And I have to say that over the time, he's proved himself to be really much, much more than that. Jim is a good lad. He's kind. He's thoughtful.
Sexy.
He's thoughtful. That means he thinks of it, you know. And he's also extremely hardworking. But you know what the most important thing is? He loves my daughter. And I really have come to like Jim a lot, and I'm very pleased to see him here. And I'm certainly pleased to have another son. Now, this isn't all one-way traffic, you know, because Jim has been taking his time to learn about his prospective father-in-law, or his father-in-law as is now. And I'm going to tell you a little story about the night he came to ask for Lucy's hand in marriage. Now, on this particular night, how am I doing for time, guys?
9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Have we put any money on this?
On this particular night, Rosie and I, very unusually for us, were having a glass of wine at about 7:30.
Earlier.
And,
7:30.
and the doorbell went, and there was Jim on the door. I thought, I don't know. What have we got here? I wonder what's going to happen. And why is Jim here? And he was okay, he was a bit nervous, but me being me, I was a bit naughty. And we invited Jim in and we sat him down. And we kept the small talk going for a bit of time. You know, would you like a drink, Jim? Oh, how's the day at work, Jim? You know, how's Lucy? How's it going? And this went on for about 5 minutes, and I could see Jim getting more and more uncomfortable. And I thought, okay, that's enough. And I said, what can we do for you, Jim? And Jim said, can you lend me some money? and I thought, oh, that's not quite what I was expecting. And I said, yes, of course, Jim. And then he couldn't keep a straight face any longer, and he burst out laughing. And he said, well, actually, I'd like your permission to... Then what did you actually say? Tell me what you said. You said,
Did you have any objection?
would you have any objection to me asking Lucy to marry her? I thought that was very, very clever. And I didn't, neither did Rosie, and I tell you, we were delighted then, and we're delighted now. And we're very, very happy about this union, I have to say. Now, I don't know what the father of his bride speech is supposed to do, but I suspect I'm okay in wanting to propose a toast to my daughter and her husband, and whatever the rights and wrongs of it is, that's what I'm going to do. So I would like to propose a toast to Lucy and Jim, Mr. and Mrs. Jim Hood, and I'd like you to stand
To Lucy.
and toast them with me. Lucy and Jim.
To Lucy.
Cheers. Cheers.